Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 7th, 2022. I have just left campsite 38 and I am headed down, I think it's still Baxter Creek, but it's the Benton McKay Trail. The rain is just now starting, but it doesn't look like it's going to be very heavy. It might go on for a while. So I'm going to head on toward Laurel Gap Shelter, take a break there, and decide. Hopefully I'll have some internet there. I was able to eke out some radar here, and if I remember correctly, I can there too. It's just tricky. And I'm not sure I'll be able to film much from here to there. So, oh, sorry. So I will see you down the trail. And just like that, I come to my first trail crossing junction, which is nice. I love having milestones along the way. Down there is the Mount Sterling Trail. Robin and I hiked this less than a year and a half ago. And then we also hiked this past Laurel Gap, which it looks like will come to Pretty Hollow in 1.4. Balsam Mountain Trail is where Laurel Gap Shelter is, so that's 5.4 total. This particular area, I remember, it was on the way home. We took Mount Sterling Trail down to the car, and by this time it had been rainy and a uphill, so we were a little slap happy, and I have good memories of this trail junction. The rain is still just kind of giving me a little bit at a time. I know sometimes when a system comes over the mountains, it breaks up the rain. I don't think that that's going to hold out forever. I do think I'm going to be rained on today. I think it's supposed to stop in the afternoon. And then tomorrow, I don't know that I'm going to get rain all day, but I certainly will get rain. Made it to the next trail junction. Oddly enough, so Pretty Hollow Gap I have not been on yet, except for the very bottom at that campsite 39. But I guess that's the trail. It's just so overgrown. It's hard to tell. And then Swallow Fork Trail that leads you to Big Creek Trail, I have yet to be on as well. So I don't know if I'll do both of those in one trip or what have you. So I'm going this direction here. I know it doesn't look like there's a trail there. I am going not quite or just to Balsam Mountain Trail 3.9. I think Laurel Gap is right after Balsam Mountain Trail. I'll have to check on my map. So I've gone 1.8 miles. Not bad. I'm not really sure how much time has passed, but it was a good clip. There was a hair bit of uphill, and as soon as I got started, I noticed I was fatigued again. So I may just stop at Laurel Gap, even though it's going to be early, because I have an extra day to spend, and if I don't have the right food, I need to take it easier. So here we go. Okay, so I passed the Balsam Mountain Junction sign a while ago, and then I stopped at Laurel Gap Shelter and ate some lunch. And while I was trying to decide what to do, a couple other hikers came in. But the bottom line is, I have only one big uphill. It is 3 miles. No, maybe it's not 3 miles. It's a big uphill. I only have to go 10 miles to campsite 47. And I feel good. Even though maybe my energy level's a little low, I still feel pretty good. But here's the cool thing. One of the guys there, we were talking, and I told him that I was doing keto, and this probably wasn't the hike to do it on. Although, as I said before, this was not my original hike this week. I was originally going to be in the Abrams Creek area. I have much surpassed the elevation in this trip that I was going to do in the total trip over there. So I thought it was a good time to try keto. I mean, not try it. Try it on trail. I don't ever do it on trail. And I've been wanting to try it. Anyway, he gave me some Cliff shots with caffeine, and he gave me a Cliff bar. I was so thankful, and it's amazing to get trail magic on the trail by another hiker. So I'm gonna see. Now my goal is to not have to use it, but I have it, and that gave me more ambition to move forward, because I know I can do 10 miles. I just was trying to figure out if it was wise or not. Another reason why I decided to go ahead and go to the campsite, even though it had been nice and dry at Laurel Gap, the rain stopped, and it shouldn't be any more than it is right now for the rest of the day. In fact, I think it's going to clear up. But tomorrow, sorry, I know this is a bad angle. I don't care. Tomorrow, it's supposed to rain from like 10 a.m. and I think it's supposed to be like a deluge. So my thoughts are, get packed up, get going. If I do the 10 miles today, then I have 8 miles out to the car. If by the time I get to campsite 47, I'm still feeling good, campsite 48 is only, we'll say about 4 miles from there, depending on the timing. I may try to go there, because then it leaves me less than 5 miles to the car, and that's all downhill. So I have many options. I love having options. I'm very glad that I decided to move on after having some lunch and weighing out all my options. Then I don't know how many plans into this. What I was going to do originally when I got here yesterday was, once I got back to my car, then I was going to head up. I've already forgotten the name of it, but it's across from Smokemont on Newfound Gap. And it was only 5 miles to campsite 52, and stay the night there and come back. But I'm not going to do that now, just because of all of the weather. And, I don't need to push my luck. Although I do now have a safety net with the Cliff shots and the Cliff bar, I don't need to push my luck. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm getting close to halfway through. I think this trip here will give me a total of around maybe 380 miles, and halfway is technically, I think it's 402. So I think that's why I'm pushing myself so much. But I don't have to. I have all the time in the world to finish this map. and I kind of like the idea of going home a day early. But I have enjoyed it, and actually today hasn't been as bad as far as the fatigue as yesterday. So I tried to eat as much as I could. I had some peanut butter. I'll have some peanut butter for tomorrow too. So yeah, I'm going to kind of try to chug along. I don't know how much more video I'll take before I get to the next junction. So I will see you down the trail. I've made it to the next junction. It's kind of hard to read. Balsam Mountain Trail. Balsam Mountain Road 2.3. That, I've been up that. That is not where I want to go. There we go. Beech Gap Trail. Straight Fork Road is 2.5 and Hyatt Ridge Trail is 5.5. After Hyatt Ridge Trail, it's just a couple miles down to campsite 47. So we're moving along pretty good. The sun is finally winning today. So it was a very good idea for me to continue on. I'm probably about 3 miles in, so I still have about 7 to go. But I think it's only like 2 o'clock or somewhere around there. I'm not really sure. And yeah, so I've got plenty of time. Okay, I have made it to the trailhead of Beech Gap Trail. And I'm not really sure which way to go now. I don't know if that's the trail, or if this is the trail out to the road. Okay, once I turned left and walked about 10 feet, I saw these signs. So, not really sure what right is, but if you're coming out the way I'm coming out, and you come to that Beech Gap Trail sign, take a left, takes you up to the road, and I believe I take a right here. So there's the actual trailhead sign on, this is Balsam Mountain Road that I'm on. So there you go. This is the one-way road. There's the sign that says do not enter. I came down this last year and I got a couple different connectors. One goes nowhere to a campsite that was really small and it didn't look like hardly used. And then the other one was up Hyatt Ridge, which I will meet that intersection that I went to when I connect to the next trail. All right, just beyond the bridge is the Beech Gap Trail sign. I know I'm going up to Hyatt Ridge and Enloe Creek, maybe where the campsite is. So I'm going to try to take a break here. These gnats are awful, but I need to take a break before I go straight uphill. Right there. So I made it to the top of that climb. I'm tired, but it's pretty much downhill, 3.3 miles to my campsite. I'm going down to Enloe Creek Trail and then So I am just thankful that this trail will start to go downhill. I'm at 13.5 miles for the day, so I'll be at about 17 miles. I'm worn out. I'm almost to my last intersection, and I come across this beautiful tunnel of mountain laurel. So pretty. All right, I've made the intersection of the Hyatt Ridge Trail, which consisted of Beech Gap and then Straight Fork. Straight Fork, I have come up. I just did like a day hike because it's right on that gravel road, Balsam Mountain Road. And I came up that and then just back down. That was interesting. But I'm going on the Enloe Creek Trail. It doesn't say how far away the campsite is, but I believe that it is 1.6 miles. So that's going to be this way right here. Nice little waterfall about 1/3 a mile away from camp. The trail's been super overgrown today in lots of places. Okay, let me put this down so I can rock up. So I didn't expect to come to this bridge here. I wonder if I'm going to have to come back down it to get water. I'm not sure what those tarps are for, but probably something the rangers are doing. Okay. Pretty nice. Campsite should be on the other side, I think. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That'll be nice to sleep to tonight. And somebody's closed, so... Oh, there are people here. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Hi guys. It's about 8:40 at night. I've got all my camp chores done. I've eaten. I've had my bear bag. I am ready to relax and hopefully fall asleep pretty quick. I looked at what's in store for tomorrow. It's about 8.8 miles. The first 2.5 are up, but it's only up about 1,200 feet, I think. So I think it's my smallest uphill of the trip. And then after that, it's downhill and flat. So great call today, leaving Laurel Gap Shelter. I would have been upset with myself, especially once the weather got better, if I hadn't left and made this trip a little shorter for tomorrow, and not have to stay tomorrow night. So all in all, it was a 16.3 day, maybe 16.3 mile. I mean, that's pretty good in the Smokies. I don't know if I'm just being harder on myself than I'm being slow. Yesterday was definitely, there was something going on. I don't know if today my body has adjusted. The uphills were still big, but I finished in, I mean, decent time. So I don't know. I don't know if it was the keto. That's the only thing different. But if it is, then my body's adjusting. And I don't remember if I said anything, but I got some trail magic. I did. I remember saying it now. I did not eat that trail magic. I still have it. Chances are, hopefully, I won't need it tomorrow either. I always feel better when I push through things. I think that's just a testament to human nature in general. You know, you're not going to know your limits unless you're pushing through. So I'm very glad that I did that today, and I think this is turning out to be a decent trip. So yeah, I'm going to sign off for now, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.